On the very first day of school, Kazuya was feeling confident because unlike everyone else, he had a girlfriend. But just seconds later, she dumped him. Their relationship had lasted only 1 month. Just like that, it was over. Kazuya was completely heartbroken. Then he noticed an ad on his phone. It was for a rental girlfriend service. A crazy idea popped into his head. If his ex didn't want him, he would rent someone even cuter. He wanted to prove he could still have a girlfriend. Soon, Kazuya arrived at the meeting spot. He wasn't expecting much. Online photos can be very misleading, but the moment he saw her, he froze. She looked even prettier than her pictures. Kazuya instantly fell for her. Following the plan, they headed to the aquarium. Kazuya talked about different sea creatures. To his surprise, she listened with genuine interest. She even praised him for knowing so much. His confidence shot through the roof. Time flew by. After leaving the aquarium, they walked through the city like a real couple. Then she gently reached for his hand. Their fingers locked together. Kazuya's heart nearly exploded. Before long, the rental date came to an end. They said goodbye outside the subway station. She turned around and disappeared inside. But Kazuya just stood there in a daze. Even after the train had left, he still couldn't snap out of it. Kazuya never expected his rental girlfriend to meet his entire family. Even worse, his dad, his mom, and his grandma were all at the hospital. The moment Grandma saw Chizuru, she was overjoyed. She kept calling her her future granddaughter-in-law. She even invited the other patients over to share the good news. As the situation spiraled out of control, Kazuya started to panic. Because his own grandma was staying in the same hospital, the two quickly tried to sneak away. But the moment they stepped out, they ran into both grandmas. With nowhere else to go, they hid in the room next door. The grandmas came looking for them. With no place left to hide, they squeezed under a hospital blanket together. The bed was tiny. They were pressed right against each other. It was the middle of summer. Both of them were sweating. Their hearts were racing. Just when they thought they were safe, the door opened again. This time, it was Chizuya's grandma. A moment later, Kazuya's grandma walked into. Seeing the two together only convinced them even more. They had to be a real couple. The misunderstanding only got worse. Kazuya and Chizuya were completely speechless. To keep everything from falling apart, they decided to keep acting like a couple. Then, when the time was right, they would tell their families they had already broken up. Kazuya never expected this. His rental girlfriend was actually his classmate. They ran into each other at school, but they acted like complete strangers. Before Kazuya could figure it out, Chizuru suddenly pulled him into a corner. She warned him. No one at school could find out about their arrangement, or everything would become a mess. Just as Kazuya caught his breath, another surprise hit him. Not only did they attend the same college, they were next-door neighbors. The coincidence was unbelievable. Even Chizuru couldn't hide her embarrassment. Her face turned bright red. Just then, Kazuya got a call from his grandma. She said she was coming over, and she wanted to meet her future granddaughter-in-law. Kazuya instantly panicked. Their rental date had already ended. If he told grandma they had broken up, she would never accept it. Out of options, Kazuya rushed to Chizuru for help again. Meanwhile, grandma had already arrived at his apartment. The moment she walked in, she sensed something was off. Looking around the empty room, she kept questioning Kazuya. Realizing he was about to get caught, he pretended to step outside for a phone call. Then he ran straight to Chizuru's door, begging for her help one more time. After school started, Kazuya ran into a huge problem. His rental girlfriend contract had ended, but his grandma wanted to visit and meet her future granddaughter-in-law. If Chizuru wasn't there, grandma would be furious. With nowhere else to turn, Kazuya asked Chizuru for help again. The moment they met, she gave him another scolding. Back home, Kazuya had no idea how to explain everything. Was he really supposed to tell grandma his girlfriend had only been rented? As he struggled to find the words, grandma spoke first. She had already figured out that they had broken up. Then she gave Kazuya a long lecture. The more she talked, the sadder she became. She even started crying. Such a wonderful girl, and he let her slip away. Just when Kazuya felt hopeless, he heard Chizuru's voice at the door. At that moment, she looked like his savior. It turned out she had overheard everything. to keep Grandma from getting hurt. Chizuru brought over a homemade meal and continued pretending to be Kazuya's girlfriend. Grandma's smile finally returned. Before leaving, she made one request. She wanted them to visit her at the hospital every Wednesday. To keep the lie going, Kazuya offered to pay Chizuru to be his girlfriend every Wednesday. Chizuru didn't want to do it, but for the sake of both grandmothers, she finally agreed. Back at the hospital, Grandma couldn't stop smiling. Kazuya never expected to run into his ex again so soon after getting dumped. Just a few days earlier, she had broken up with him. Heartbroken, he rented a girlfriend to help him move on. He had finally started feeling a little better. Then, he ran into Amamiya at school. She looked just as cute and charming as ever. The moment he saw her, his heart skipped a beat. But then he remembered being blocked. The pain came rushing back. He wanted to ask her why she broke up with him, why she blocked him, but in the end, he couldn't say a word. Mommy simply walked away. Kazuya stood there, watching her leave. A little later, the doorbell rang. It was Chizuru. It was to Mito visit his grandma again. The two headed to the hospital together. After Kazuya paid the rental fee, Chizuru instantly switched into girlfriend mode. The two worked together perfectly. Grandma was happier than ever to see her future granddaughter-in-law. Just as their rental time was about to end, something unexpected happened. Two of Kazuya's classmates showed up. If they recognized Chizuru, everything could fall apart. But surprisingly, his friends didn't believe Kazuya could ever date such a beautiful girl. They even though they was getting scammed. The next second, one of them slapped Kazuya across the face, trying to snap him out of his fantasy. Then they warned him not to fall for scams again. Here's a simple choice. On one side, his ex-girlfriend, Mommy. On the other, his rental girlfriend, Chizuru. If they both wanted you, who would you choose? Kazuya couldn't choose either, because the two girls had already started competing over him. Mommy was Kazuya's ex. Chizuru was his rental girlfriend. At a group gathering, the two finally met. The moment Mommy saw Chizuru, she realized something. Chizuru was prettier, kinder, and more charming. Mommy couldn't stand it. She started getting close to Kazuya again, trying to win him back. After just a few conversations, Kazuya began to waver. He even started remembering the good times they once shared. For a moment, he thought they might get back together. That made him hesitate. After all, Chizuru was only a rental girlfriend. Their relationship was never meant to last. So Kazuya made up his mind. He was going to tell everyone that he and Chizuru were breaking up. But before he could say a word, his best friend saw right through him. The next second, a punch landed right on Kazuya's face. The two immediately started fighting. His friend shouted, "You already have an amazing girlfriend, and you're still thinking about your ex? That's having the best of both worlds." Kazuya felt terrible, but he couldn't explain the truth, because Chizuru was never really his girlfriend. She was only a rental. Then someone nearby suddenly spoke up. "Wait, is she a rental girlfriend?" One sentence hit the truth exactly. Kazuya froze on the spot. What would you do if your ex suddenly wanted you back? Kazuya thought he had already moved on, but the moment he saw Mommy, his feelings started to shake again. After just a few words, his heart was in complete chaos. Mommy was as sweet and caring as ever. It made Kazuya wonder, why was she never like this when they were dating? Seeing him hesitate, Mommy pushed even harder. She kept getting closer, and even started talking badly about Chizuru. She wanted Kazuya to come back to her. But this time, Kazuya finally stood his ground. He cut Mommy off, and told her not to speak badly about Chizuru. Then he turned around and walked away. He had no reason to stay. The only thing on his mind was apologizing to Chizuru. When he got back to the apartment, he ran into her. Before he could explain, Chizuru quietly smiled. She reminded him that she was only his rental girlfriend. It was only natural that he still had feelings for his ex. Hearing that made Kazuya feel even more guilty. He kept apologizing, until he finally broke down and cried. Seeing him like that, Chizuru couldn't stay indifferent. She gently comforted him.